Welcome to Fantasy Bites. I'm your host, Matthew. Today's video is Targets to Target. In this video, we will be highlighting players who had a noticeable amount of targets in Week 2 of the NFL season. All players in this video are rostered on under 50% of ESPN rosters. All stats are from NFL Next Gen Stats and ESPN. First, we have Isaiah Ford from Miami. Ford had a surprising Week 2, getting 9 targets and turning that into 7 receptions for 76 yards. The biggest note here is that Ford did this with Devontae Parker on the field, who is expected to miss the game on Sunday due to injury. Ford has 14 targets through 2 weeks, and with Fitzpatrick at QB, he could turn into a usable flex option for those who have had their teams destroyed by injury. Next, we have tight end Dalton Schultz. Speaking of injury, Dalton Schultz became the starting tight end for Dallas after Blake Jarwin's unfortunate season-ending injury in Week 1. What did Schultz do with his newfound starting job? He turned it into 21.8 fantasy points, while scoring the only receiving touchdown of the day for the Cowboys. This performance should give fantasy players more confidence going forward with Schultz's usage, as he could have the type of performances and target share that many fantasy analysts were expecting Jarwin to have. Next, we have MARQUEZ VALDES-SCANTLIng. MVS has had 13 targets in 2 weeks, with 160 receiving yards. Now that Devontae Adams might be sidelined for a week or two, Aaron Rodgers will be tasked with targeting a guy like MVS, who has shown in the past that he's capable of having a productive fantasy day. Try and grab MVS off the waivers this week. Next, we have Indianapolis tight end ALIE-COX. The man with one of the best names in the NFL finally had a great fantasy performance. ALIE-COX had 6 targets, turning that into 5 receptions for 111 yards. While the Indianapolis offense runs through running back Jonathan Taylor, ALIE-COX looks to be a useful tight end in the future. While Phillip Rivers has not looked fantastic so far this season, we know that he has a predilection for targeting his tight end. And with Jack Doyle out, ALIE-COX could be the feel-good story that you want to have on your bench, or even in your starting lineup if the matchup is good. Last up, we have Washington football team tight end Logan Thomas. Logan Thomas has put together an interesting first 2 weeks. His performance in Week 2 wasn't fantastic, but here is the main stat you need to know. Thomas is tied for 3rd in targets among all tight ends in the league, above the likes of Zach Ertz and Mark Andrews, who are in superior offenses. While Thomas is handicapped by Dwayne Haskins' play at QB, Thomas's weekly target share is nothing to scoff at. Pick him up if you have a deep bench. Alright, that'll be it for today's video. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and even share the content if you enjoyed it.